Hi, and welcome to This is Manchego again. This will be the second part of our Advent Cheese Blitz. In the interest of time, I'll be doing these reviews pretty quick and comboing them up so we can hopefully get through all of them before Christmas, but also before they expired. We'll be splitting this into different parts, taking a look at 3 cheeses at a time and comparing them all at once, as per before. I'm hoping to find a cheese that I'll really like in this box, but I'm really just curious and excited to try them all, and to just continue to explore the world of cheese. So far we covered some variations on cheddar. It looks like the ones today will also be types of cheddar also, so we'll get a whole range and variety of different cheddars to explore. Alright, so let's start. The first cheese is Applewood Vintage. The package states that it's from West Country Farmhouse Cheddar. Interesting. So smell, there's definitely a scent there. While not overpowering, it is significant, and that may be due to the scent having a hint of smokiness to it. I'm not sure if this cheese is smoked, to be honest, but that was interesting. Texture-wise, I would rate this as semi-soft, and is similar to the regular Applewood in that regards that we tried last video. Taste-wise, this cheese has an interesting combination of flavors. It's a sharp cheese and has some saltiness and buttery tones to it as well. There's a little bit of bitterness actually and sourness, but they're not very prevalent and do add to the character of the cheese. Tones of sweetness and also toastiness also prevail as well. And while we're at it, let's add a touch of creaminess to the list. Overall, it's similar in some respects to the regular Applewood, but with a bit more punch in some areas, which are balanced out with creaminess. The second cheese is the double Gloucester. I think I said that right. Smell, it's not very strong. I'd rate it as slight, which is just a touch above being odorless. Texture, it's semi-soft, which I'm seeing as a trend for these cheeses. Taste-wise, this is quite a milky cheese with sweet and buttery tones, a touch of sharpness as well. My overall thoughts on this one, this is a nice smooth cheddar with some milky tones, and also some sweet tones as well. Now to the third cheese, which is called Mexicana. This one proved to be interesting because it was a challenge to taste the cheese itself. Let me explain. First, the smell of the cheese itself is not very prominent, and I would rate it as slight. However, the spices and the peppers added to this cheese were very powerful, and you could definitely smell them right away. Texture-wise, I found that this is just a tad above semi-soft, as I found it to have some firmness to it, but it was very similar to the other cheeses in this batch. Taste-wise, it was a real challenge to try to taste the cheese itself. The jalapenos, bell peppers, and spices infused in the cheese dominated the flavor, so I wasn't able to get much on the cheese itself. I was able to gather some milky, salty, and maybe some buttery tones, but it was really hard to taste it. Overall, as I mentioned, it was really hard to tell what the true flavor of this cheese was, but I guess the point of this cheese is the quote-unquote Mexico-inspired flavors, and the cheese itself is really just there to ride along with it. Out of these 3 thus far, my favorite is Double Gloucester. Again, don't know if that's the right pronunciation. Feel free to comment below with the right pronunciation. I enjoyed its creaminess and balance of tones. It wasn't too sharp but not too smooth either. That's not to say I didn't enjoy the others for what they were, but today this one stood out for me. And that's it for now. We'll finish off this 2021 series with part 3 in just a little bit. Which of these 3 cheeses sounded like one you'd pick up for a snack or just sit down and eat? Let me know in the comments below.